My name is John Whiteman. I'm an assistant professor of biological sciences. I did my undergraduate degree in biology at the University of St. Thomas in Minnesota. I really wanted to know, what happened to the data that I was collecting. The stars eventually aligned where one of those professors reached out to me. And so that was at the University of Wyoming, and that's how I ended up at Wyoming for my master's degree. They happened to get a grant around the time that I was finishing my master's that had elements of a graduate project that was everything I realized that I wanted to do. I ended up working with polar bears because of the big picture of their ecology and their conservation status and basically everything that they represent. When I finished my PhD, the first thing I did was take a postdoc with the research branch of the San Diego Zoo. So San Diego Zoo is quite well known for their internationally famous zoo, but they also have an entire research campus that's separate. It's inland from the main zoo, and they specialize in doing research on threatened and endangered species around the world. I started an ODU in 2019. My job responsibilities are broken in roughly to three areas. There's research, there's teaching, and then there's service. And the research part, of course, are the research projects that I conduct on polar bears and lots of other species. I teach biology 304 and 305, which is animal nutrition, and then the accompanying laboratory that goes with it. And that's a really fun course. I have a real mix of students who take that course. It's often a prerequisite to get into veterinary school. So I have students who are interested in veterinary medicine, whether they want to be a vet technician, or something else related to the field. I have some students who are really interested in wildlife and ecology and conservation. I also teach a graduate course every other year called Animal Ecophysiology. One of the things that I like about ODU is that I am still involved when I can be with the hands-on day-to-day aspects of the research. And so I do come by the lab all the time and see what my graduate students are doing, see if I can help anybody. Do get to be involved sometimes still with the animal research itself. So we were doing some stingray studies here at our aquatic animals facility, and that was really fun. I also get the opportunity to go up to the Arctic and to see polar bears still on a regular basis. So I have an external appointment with a group called Polar Bears International, and part of what they have me do is go up to their base in Churchill, Manitoba in Canada every fall, because that's when all the polar bears in the region, which have spent the summer on shore, basically hanging out at the coastline, waiting for the temperatures to get cold again and for the sea ice to reform. We get some research done while we're up there. We convene different researchers because a lot of polar bear researchers tend to be in that region at that time of year. And then also it has become a real ecotourism hub, and so there's an opportunity to interact with a lot of people from the public, and then also to do things like beaming live streams from the tundra with polar bears in the background out to classrooms around the world. So via video connection and audio connection, I can link up with my class, and if we're talking about some of the ecophysiological principles of polar bears, I can gesture to the polar bears in the background, which makes it a little bit more real. If someone is interested in coming to ODU, I would encourage them to do that. I think it's a really fun university that has a lot of resources. I really like the culture here and the atmosphere as a whole.